Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, family. We're back again. Your aunties could never. We are reviewing Netflix Love is Blind, season 4. Gotta remember that one. And I am Auntie Sade, and I'm here with
Auntie Nana,
Auntie AK,
and Auntie Farah.
Cool. So before we get into it, just a reminder for those that don't know, we're not therapists, psychologists, relationship specialists, or any of the above. We are just 4 very opinionated aunties who are helping on reviewing, analyzing every aspect of this show and want to find out, is love truly blind, just like everybody else? And before we get into that, please, we are trying to get at least 2,000 subscribers before the end of April, and we're on our way. So thank you for everybody who's subscribed so far. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe now. Also, like this video, please, while you're watching. Like it and leave a comment, get involved in the conversation. We read out the comments, we listen to what you say and that sort of thing. And also share this with like-minded people also as well. So, episode 8. My gosh. I know everyone's excited. But before we get there, I want to ask you guys a question because I don't think we've actually fully asked this with all 4 of us. But would you do this show? Tell me why not or for why, as Auntie Farah says. I love that phrase, by the
way. I'll go first then. Now, I would do this show if it wasn't on television.
That's a good one.
That's how I feel about all these shows. I want to do them.
Truly to do the show, to do Love is Blind. If there was a Love is Blind UK, would you put yourself forward?
I don't think I would. But if someone put me forward, I feel like I might go on it. But I don't think Nana don't get no ideas. But I'm just like the reason why I'm saying that is because like I feel like I analyze things too much. I'm too in my head to think about putting myself forward for it. But at the same time, I like the idea of it.
Okay.
Yeah. I prefer it if it wasn't on TV, but I might be one of those ones that's not really on TV.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
I'd make myself boring. Apart from,
I think that's kind of impossible. Now, you just open your mouth, everyone's going to be like, "I want to talk to Farah." You have a man fighting over you.
Then maybe I should go on it.
Maybe you should.
What about you?
Well, I'm asking you guys.
Yeah,
Auntie Nana, if you lived in a different timeline where you weren't married, do you know what I mean? And that didn't happen for you. We're branching off into a different universe. Is this something that you would consider?
I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I would. But this is the thing. This is like the space of not having to deal with it. So I'm always like, I would probably try all of the dating things.
Okay.
That's how I see it. So and there's something kind of special and intriguing about this process. I feel like, I may be attracted to apply for this. It doesn't feel like, going on Love Island. There's something like a bit more mature and intimate that where it's like, I feel like this would be a really interesting process if you do fall in love. It would be like, wow, that's amazing. It really works. So I'm intrigued. Like, I think I would do it. I'd apply. And I would apply myself as well.
What about you, Auntie AK?
This program has me in my feels all the time. When I watch it, it's very hard. It really taps into what I don't tap in on a day-to-day basis, that I do want to be in a relationship. That side that kind of gets avoided or ignored because of the day-to-day, and we accept the status quo. But when I watch Love is Blind specifically, and it's me already in reality shows, but this one, Leslie Auntie Nana said, there's a maturity and something genuine. I think it struck me when I don't know if it was Auntie Charlie that said that if you go on this expecting to find love, you're just, then you're, oh God, sorry, I keep dropping my phone. that, you know, you'd be a bit stupid. But because the actual process of stripping yourself bare and not being judged on your face and your identity, and it's just about your personality, there's something about that I find really attractive. So would I have, similar to Auntie Farah, I just couldn't deal with the shame of the world knowing my rejection, or that's my biggest fear and embarrassment, and it will tap into every insecurity I've ever had. So I wouldn't. It's about insecurity rather than ego. That having the world see that if someone was to reject me, I don't think I could necessarily take that. So I'd like it to be. I'd apply, but if there's any clauses like, yes, I want to do this process without being featured too much on screen, unless it's all successful. And that's it. I'd like to be the blueprint of success, but I do not want to then be the blueprint of failure. So
yeah, no, I hear you. I think I'm literally. I thought I'd be able to answer this really easily, but I'm literally in two minds. Like I find it so difficult because my for why is because it is meeting of the minds. Do you know what I mean? Like I like people who can engage in conversation and everything like that, and definitely get to know them without all the superficial stuff. But I'm not really above the superficial stuff either. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, I'm not. So like, I would be so disappointed if, you know, the person that proposed to me, like, was not like what I was thinking at all. And I honestly speaking, being really honest, I just don't think I could choose them over that. Like that would be, it will be very, very difficult. And then the whole world will see how shallow I am. And I just don't know.
It doesn't even ever go that way unless.
But we don't know that because
it's really good looking. But most of the time, when a woman rejects a guy, like literally, like, oh no, I'm not attracted to them. Most people understand.
Yeah.
It doesn't really go in the favor of, oh, they're just being shallow. It usually is like, yeah, I get it. They're super short. They're probably a little bit weird. Like there's something usually.
See, my head went to the show because I was thinking like
Arena.
I was thinking about the ones that they don't show us.
Yeah. Oh,
okay. Like, because there must be ones that are there, and in the pod when they get proposed to, they're like, no, I think I'm okay. There must be ones that we don't end up with successful relationships that we don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more of them actually. There's more of the people that we never see.
Yeah. I'd hate the reveal to be, and does my heart drop? Because that would be like, I've been anticipating, you've been perfect, we're busted, everything's connected, and I see you, and then your face is, and it would be. I don't think it's superficial because you've got to have to want them, because that's going to be the rest of your life, your real life.
No, but people will see it as like
I know what you mean, Auntie Shade. Yeah,
it's just like, this is your dream guy, and then because he's got a crooked nose, you don't want him. Like,
or because he only comes up to your waist, you don't want him.
You know what I mean?
No, because if he was short, I know I would be. I would hope that there's a clause where you could kind of like say you could put in what you like, and they only put other people of a similar ilk. But that's hard to do. There's no way they can do that. That's more like, I know that's the problem. It's not like Married at First Sight where you actually say you spec your dude,
this is what I
and
want.
then you hope that they get them. But this is hard.
It'll be interesting. Would you, if a guy was like shorter than you, and I don't mean super tiny, but shorter than you?
If he was short.
No, I'm not. I'm saying not super tiny. I'm just saying like maybe just shorter than, because you guys all are like taller. But I'm saying like same height, or maybe just about maybe cheekbone to you. Would that be like?
That's not too bad.
Cheekbone. I can see over your head. No. If I can see over your head, it's a wrap. I'm not.
Really? Even if everything else is perfect.
Yeah. Wow. Because it's not perfect. That's like a deal breaker for me. I don't want to be able to see over your head.
Yeah, I want to be able to wear heels as well. It's not,
Yeah.
I can't wear heels. I'm not going to feel secure. Those are like foundational for me. Like just that feeling secure is like akin to having a very good personality. They're the same. So if you're shorter than me, I'm not going to feel secure around you, and then I'm not going to be attracted to you. Instantly. I can say you're good looking though.
Absolutely.
I will not.
And I can absolutely appreciate you and your good looks and all of that stuff. But I do think it's like what you said, Auntie Nana. For me, I like to feel I don't know.
Mine's-
I want to look up at you and be like, ah.
Yes, mine's about the
I don't want to look down and be like, ah.
You got to have a lot of money. You would have to have so much money for me to ignore that. For me to be like, I'll be like, ugh, and then I'll just, okay, but I'm
well, like
living.
Kevin Hart money.
Yeah, you got to helicopters. You got to have, like, do you know what I mean? Like, everything's on tap, but like everything, like it would have to be such a big.
Mine is definitely just physical attraction. I've got to be physically attracted to you. Height doesn't. Height isn't a thing for me. But physical attract, I have to be. If I'm not, then it's a wrap.
Yeah.
But physical attraction and height are tied up into one.
They're not tied up for me. Yeah, fair enough.
Also choosing, right? So like I would say we'll get onto it in a minute, but like if there were like a couple of guys that I can't choose between, do you know what I mean? I don't know how the producers will force me to make a decision. Like that's I just don't like I wouldn't be able to make a decision, not based on just conversation. That's
right.
They
want to propose. It's two guys and they're both like on the trajectory to propose. They're both like, I'm going to propose.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys is going to force you to make a decision. I don't even think it would be the producers. I mean, there's one that is more like, I'm bowing out if you don't make your mind out.
Yeah, there's that.
They move out.
Tell your husband to stop bullying me.
Mental Excel Digital says Auntie Charlotte is looking for a millionaire midget.
Change that M to a B and we might have a deal.
Man.
Anyway, getting into the episode. Oh my gosh, guys! Also, as well in the comments, if you want to say if you would do the show, we will definitely read those out later and tell us why or why not. So we start episode 8 with Zach and Bliss's proposal, and obviously she says yes. I thought that was just super obvious. Yeah, but they kind of got it was I don't know. Bliss did say yes, but then there were like a few kind of conversational things which was just like, okay, I can see why this process needed to start, you know, in Mexico. So you kind of get all these bits out because now you're fast tracking. Because she was like, you know, I have a dog and a kitten and you're allergic to them. You better not fuck up again. I'm finally not old Spencer. And it was just like, oh, these look like little red flags sprouting up. But she did say that she, you know, never fell out of love with him. And I thought that was like interesting because it must have been such a relief for her. How did you guys feel about that her whole spiel in that moment?
You know what it is with Bliss? It's really annoying, but the more I watch her and Zach, the more I don't like her as well. Like, they're so. She's also a bit weird. So in a way, it's like, oh no. And then the same way, maybe the more I see that they could be fine together. But yeah, I don't really like her. I think, and her voice is annoying and a bit whiny.
Yeah.
We've got whiny voices too.
I'm not a fan. I don't like her actually. I think that's where I settle.
I just don't see it. I don't get it. And it's slightly, you guys are getting into my head in the, they just want to get married and then for the show kind of thing, you've got to see it through. So I'm like, Zach, what are you actually doing? What is actually happening here? I don't see their chemistry. I really don't. And I don't know. I don't not like her. I just don't understand why she likes this man. And I think his weirdness, where I was kind of like, oh, they're so cute. I think last episode I was like, oh, this episode I'm a bit like, this is scary. It's like, his weirdness is, his intensity is a bit strange. And I don't see what she likes. So I'm a bit, jury's out, a bit confused about this situation here.
I'm still like, I understand why she's likes this type of man, because I think the type of men that she's had before can't take her.
Yeah. Because
she is a little bit weird and she is a little bit whiny and she is a little bit, I have cats, I have dogs, I want children now. Like she, you know, she wants to get married, isn't it? So I get it. But like I said yesterday, she is definitely going to fling this in his face all the time. All the time. It's going to be the thing. Anyway, you left me. You're lucky I took you back. It's gonna come up. I feel like that might grate on him.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I just don't think he's I don't think he's actually a patient man, to be honest. No. He basically wants her to kind of like, okay, I've chosen you now, so let's go, kind of thing. But yeah, she's not ready to let go of that hurt, it seemed, because she did bring it up in that moment. So we're currently 12 days before the wedding, so time is ticking. We see a quick clip of Tiffany. I'm calling her Tiff now. Tiff and Brett. Them just being playful, you know, that sort of thing. I really like that. Then we see Chelsea. You know what? My autocorrect corrects Kwame's name to Kramer every single time. It's
really?
Yeah, I don't know why. So weird. So Chelsea,
it's racist.
Yeah, it's racist, isn't it? We see them out looking after the dog. Like, the dog gets grooming, and yeah, I don't think that, you know, I think maybe that's a little bit down, but we could talk about it now. But like, I don't think Kwame likes dogs.
No.
No, I don't think so either. And the bit where she was like, I'll clean the bum hole. Yeah, you better. That's what I got from him.
He was adapting to this woman that loves her dog to the point where she's taking it for showers. This is the very, like, what the hell, Westerner? What the hell are you doing? This animal, get the dog out. So it was very giving me like, the dog is getting so much attention, and the metaphor for babies and all this stuff.
That scene was so awkward. It was super, like, if I was Chelsea, she really needed to walk away from that and be like, he's not on it. Mm-hmm. His face was saying, I'm not on this. And, you know, my huge compromise. It's like, are you being serious, bruv? You're just moving a couple of hours. Not that deep.
From your dirty yard.
Right.
I don't mind that. If that's how he feels, just break up with her then, because I don't. Are we there where they're having a conversation about their future?
We can go there.
Okay. Well, so I actually appreciate it seemed like an honest conversation, Mr. Actor Kwame. It seemed like an honest exploration of how he's feeling, and I think he has every right to explore those feelings. But if you don't like, and Chelsea, I would not be comfortable in this conversation. I'd be like, this man does not want me. Or if he does, he's not ready for what I need. In 3 years, kids, blah, 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 blah. He's like, no, we want to go traveling and stuff like that. And she's like, well, we can bring the baby. No, actually, I get why someone who wants to go traveling doesn't want to have a baby with him. He has every right to have those feelings. But do you know what? Just admit you don't want to be in this situation. Because all of that stuff it's fair dues. That's how you feel. But go, leave her alone then. And she should see this guy is not on it.
She definitely should.
I don't feel like it's, I don't know why. I don't think it's fair. Like, I just don't. Like, I think that he is taking the absolute piss. Like, I think he is making any sort of excuse to make her feel like anything that she plans, anything she has in the future, he's putting a question mark over everything. Do you know what I mean? So if she had said like, oh, you know what, I don't want to have kids, he would say, oh no, I want to have kids straight away. Like, I think he's one of those kind of dudes. You know what I mean? Because it was just like, come on, you can definitely make any of this work if you really wanted to. And
it's that part.
Do you know what I mean? That part.
But the thing is,
maybe I just don't believe him. Go on, sorry.
Because I feel exactly the same. He's making excuses. He's looking for his out. I said that yesterday. He's looking for his way out. Because if this was what's her face, Micah, he would have done these things. Like, you went into the show to find love, allegedly, to get married, allegedly, and what comes with that? You move in together and you start a family, right? Maybe not today, but you know that is a plan. They're both in their 30s. Like, what does he think that she's gonna want? He's not with a 20-something-year-old who feels like she's got all the time in the world. He's with a woman who's in her 30s. He doesn't seem willing to compromise. And don't get me wrong, I do kind of understand moving from your home is a really big commitment to make, and it's a big change and everything. But he just seems anti. Like, he seems like every time she mentions the future, he's recoiling within himself, and like it's scaring the shit out of him. And he's like, "This is a bit soon, bruv. You've gone on a show called Love Is Blind to get married. Nothing's a bit soon."
This is it. This is it. The second best girlies are not faring well, really. Do you know what I mean? Micah, on the other hand, who's Kwame's number one still, and Paul, they get to meet. Paul gets to meet her family, so her mum and dad. He has the same name as her dad, and I think the dad was just like, yeah, he's the one.
Basically.
Until the mum said something, innit? The mum had to say something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think about that."
Yeah, her heart getting broken, and he's like,
The dad was ready to be like, "Let's get this show on the road." Crazy.
Which is what is a red flag for me. Like, why?
Right.
He looked visibly shocked. Sorry, he looked visibly shocked when it was first announced. Then he had an about turn 360. All of a sudden, he's like, okay, cool.
No, it was. I do think it just didn't even occur to him that, you know, his daughter could get hurt. And I think this just really plays into like, they have literally, maybe the whole village has literally blown smoke up this girl's ass her whole entire life, because in her world, she is the ultimate prize. Like this is what it seems like. And you could just see, like, it just didn't even occur to the dad, like, she might not win in this situation, you know? Interesting.
So confused. Very, very interesting.
And then we see, oh God.
Your favorite couple.
Yeah. Man like Will Smith.
Your best man.
Marshall. And Jackie. And it literally, we're already in an argument. He's kind of sitting on the counter again, like a child, talking about, you know, she doesn't see him as a man. Fucking guy. Anyway, and he's like, he left, so he said he could have blown up, but he chose to leave instead. The argument just goes on. She said that he's saying that she said she wants him to be more aggressive. They don't have sex. My feelings were, she don't respect him
at all.
Like literally at all. And, you know, he did bring up some points of like, you know, because this is the first time, as I was saying yesterday, that I haven't heard what does Marshall want? Do you know what I mean? Like, what does he want? And he was like, you know, I feel like, you know, you're not seducing me. I'm always kissing you. I'm always rubbing on you. You're not doing it for me. You know, he said then man like Will, said, I see you as a project and I see your potential. I literally had to pause and rewind because I was like, there's no fucking way.
That part, you see, when he said that, I thought,
choice of words. But we said it yesterday, kind of exploring that you project thing. I can fix you.
Yeah.
Broken flower.
Yes. And it doesn't work. No. It doesn't work for either party. But again, it's like she half heard him, but was still in it. Like, I don't
get
it.
He said it again.
Only like, leave me alone, dude. Like literally, like we're just toxic together. Both of them. Everything they've been arguing, like since they came back from Mexico, we haven't actually had a cohesive scene with those two.
We have
crying, the family coming around, beef there. It's like you two are seriously ill-matched. And yeah, when he said that, I was like, you're being horrible, but that's actually the truth.
Yes, right.
You are seeing her as a project. Like, you're not seeing her for her.
Do you think he was? I didn't think he was being horrible. I think he was just he was saying what it was, and then he realized what he said, and then he was just like, that's. I mean, I want to uplift you. Oh, I see your limitless potential, like unlimited potential. It was like he was struggling.
Absolutely, I don't think he was trying to be mean by saying it. I think that he actually does see her like a project.
No,
I know
he wants to
be mean.
He was trying to do a comeback because she said, "Be aggressive, be a man." He was like, "Well, I see it was a project." It was a little, and he couldn't hold up his insult. He had to back down and be like, "No, but I want to uphold you." He just backtracked. For me, it was his. Imagine his version of this thing is, "You're a project."
Yeah.
See, to me, I felt like the truth came out then, and then he realized that this shiny Marshall, nice guy, that he's always trying to be like, I only have your best interest at heart. But really and truly, she's like a trophy. Remember we said that? There's an element of he fetishizes on her and she's a trophy for him rather than an actual person. Rather than him really wanting to be with her, it's what she represents to him, which is a project. So I think
there's no way he would have really have thought those words coming out are not going to hurt her.
Yeah, he did it on purpose.
It's just he just told the truth. Like, but he knew he was being spiteful. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't seeing potential. He picked project because he knew that would piss you off. He wanted to like bring her down a peg, like how he's been feeling, and then he couldn't keep her down there for very long.
But it was the truth though. He's the same project. That's how he feels.
Yeah, that's how he feels. I think there's I don't know. I think I'm in a grey area with it. Like I think I don't think he thought that she would fully understand what he's saying. That's why I think I don't think it was like fully spiteful, but I think it was condescending. Do you know what I mean? And
that's the word.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But he was just saying, you know, you're a project. Do you know what I mean? And when she was like, do you think you're a fucking puppeteer?
Yes.
And he starts backtracking.
He should have held his ground. He said, yes, I'm the puppet master and what? But when he clapped, and she's like, who are you clapping at? He goes, I'm clapping. Like, come on, bro. Just hold it up.
But then I do think that they cut a chunk, because next thing she's apologizing, she's saying I'm sorry, and then he's just looking into space like, what the fuck am I in?
But you know what? Before then, when he said I love you, and she went quiet and the tears started, my note was, I've never heard this chick say I love you.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
But it was like, again, dude, chick isn't really on you. Like, and he's always been like, you know, because I love you, you're so great. But I have not heard her say that back to him. No. It's always you're really good to me, like you hold me and all of that, but there's never I love you, Marshall.
She don't.
She's taking. She's a taker. He's a giver, and it's not working.
My conclusion is I don't like either of them, and he's hella controlling. Like I just don't like how it's almost like he can play her almost. You know what I mean? And he can make her crumble, and I just don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like her. She's not. You know what? To be fair, like, if what they say that she's going through is happening at the moment, I can totally understand why she's so unstable. Do you know what I mean? But she don't know what the hell she wants. Like, she doesn't know. And she should just tell this guy, but there's too much at stake because of her family. But she should just tell him, like, nah, bro, you're not the one. But
she should tell him that. But Marshall, I think the word the controlling is very telling, because I do think that he has an element in the right environment with the right woman to be controlling. Yeah, but because she's not having it, he's not able to do the things that he wants to do in those scenarios. But he is definitely trying to work Jedi mind trick on her.
Yeah, because he's not been upheld as a man. He's absolutely would try and find a woman that he control to make him feel better. He's that guy.
Yeah, he's learnt the skills.
Yeah, I don't necessarily dislike him. I just think you're insecure, man.
They're just not a match.
They're like the worst couple. But I do think them with other partners, they would actually be really likable. I think like they're just, neither of them are bringing out the best in the other person.
No.
It's like you said, he needs Chelsea.
He so needs Chelsea. They would have been perfect together.
Worst couple in this in all seasons, do you think? Or
no, not the worst. No, the worst this time.
They're with the toxic crew.
We need a top 5.
They're part of the toxic crew, but definitely not the worst.
Serious. Yeah. Oh, Miss K. So basically, this is only resource from TikTok, so please take it with a pinch of salt. But apparently, her dad is very sick, terminally ill, and her brother just came out of prison, apparently. So she's got a lot to deal with, apparently. So yeah. But yeah, I don't think she's verified that, to be fair. Okay,
she has an article out in, I think it's People. It's on her page.
Oh, okay.
And she did say it is exactly as you said. Like, her dad has cancer. She goes to their house once a week and cleans up. She is the main breadwinner as well. She pays for a lot of the bills, and her mum relies on her heavily.
Oh wow!
Okay,
so that's a lot.
Yeah. Whoever said yesterday that she shouldn't necessarily have applied, I don't think this was the time to apply for the show. Then
no, she I think she had put in the application. It's all in the article. She put in the application, and he had come out of hospital maybe 3 weeks before they started filming.
Okay.
So, you don't know how long it's going to be in it when you're first applying. But yeah, a lot took place very quickly.
Okay.
So you're welcome, Miss K. So then we see, Tiff and Brett, unproblematic, like just getting on, seriously. It's when it's working, yeah. I just don't want it to pull the rug underneath me.
Yeah.
But when it's working, yeah, it's just so beautiful, and I love the way that she just checks in with him, and you know what I mean, like, you're not scared, like, how you feel, that kind of stuff. That's really cool. I really like the story about her grandparents who got married after.
Yeah.
And when I was lovely, and like her tear. I don't know. I was just like, oh, these guys. They're very
to Brett. That's my name for them. To Brett.
To Brett. Yeah, can't even. I was like, oh, they are so sweet. I really hope they are the ones. Like 10 years time, it's going to be like we met on that crazy show, Love Is Blind, like, and they're still together with their kids and everything. Like,
that'd be lovely.
Make it, because I think they've been the most stable.
From day one, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the
but I do still want to see something, because remember there is but not only that, remember his reaction. I still want to. I want them to have a difficult conversation, so we can see beneath all of this stuff. I want to see how they deal with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Who do you think's more into who at the moment? Brittany.
I like Brittany.
Thank you.
Oh, Brittany's good. I like Brittany. That's good.
Brittany.
Who out of Brett or?
Yeah. Do you think they like each other equally, or do you think she likes him more, he likes her more?
It seems yoked. It seems equal.
I feel like they're equal. Yeah, I can't.
I feel like it's equal.
I feel like it's equal. Yeah.
Because sometimes when it seems like she's really into him, the next thing you'll see is that he's really. I think it's equal. I like it. I do like how they express
appreciation.
Yeah, you can see like when they look at each other, it's mutual. I like it.
Yeah.
I actually really like Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany's good.
Yeah,
it's good. So then we see Zach and Bliss. They move into the temporary accommodation together. He reveals that he's just moved to Seattle and starting his own law firm and doing this. And then the thing is, this is the thing. I think like these reality shows really show like cultural differences, because bro, like, why are you trying to put the suitcase on the bed? Like, no shoes on the bed, all of those things. Like, it's just what, like, her having to tell him that it's dirty. It's just like, are you like you're not living the world? And like, I just don't understand it. It's so
people don't care about those things. It's so mad that people don't care about those things. How?
So strange. And this is where she really reveals her concerns over being second best, and he kind of like puts together this argument as to why she's not second best, which was very lawyer-like to me.
Yes.
It was weak as well.
It was
exactly.
It was really weak. And then she says, I know I'm better than her. And then she's like, well, not better. And then he says, there's the pretentiousness. And I was just like, again, pause. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Pretentiousness.
He has the worst, like, no conflict resolution whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
All he had to do was let her talk and be like, listen, you are
babe.
best.
100%
You are
babe.
He could have just calmed that situation down. Now you want to try and redefine what second best means.
Exactly.
She was picked second. You picked somebody else like she is.
But don't you remember, it's a weird thing though. It's almost like he doesn't want her to big herself up, because in the pods, when she said something similar, that's when he kind of switched it and was like, oh well, I didn't really like how she said that about Irene, or like how she compared her. There was something in the pod that she did, and
he didn't like
that made him flip, so to speak.
There's elements of something with him, and I don't want to jump to, but everybody has elements of racism. There is a bit of something with him that is like, don't get above your station, Missy. Just remember who you are.
100%.
I was getting that tone from him, and it was like, I was like,
remember your place.
Yes. It's like, don't think that you're better. Like, and he keeps on doing that to her. And I can only equate it to, you know, the obvious in the room. So
it was really telling, and you can't help but think about it, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because there's something there. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't been outed exactly what it is, but there's definitely something there. And it's like, you're doing this repeatedly and it's not right. And it was like he's actually almost telling her off. That's what it felt like. You're talking like you're telling a child off. Like, can she not? Do you know what I mean? You don't like this girl. You're saying you don't like Irina no more. So what's the fucking issue? It's just you two and the cameras. But like, and the thing is, she even looked to the camera.
yeah,
it's just like, I was second. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, are you picking this up? Yeah, I didn't like that. I've got loads of red flag emojis. There. You know, he really thinks he's the prize when he's punching. I'm sorry, that he really is. Right. So we've already talked about the doggy daycare stuff.
Yeah.
And then Micah and Paul. Oh my God.
Wow.
So basically, we have Micah making Paul meet her friends, and two friends in particular, Shelby and Michaela, I think.
Yeah, Michaela.
Yeah. And, you know, she has reservations at the beginning. She's like, as long as I can present him well, my friends will like him. Red flag to me. And the thing is, they just literally just start laying into him, like not even giving him a real chance to answer. They seem drunk to me, to be honest. Very. And they really just seem to be putting their friend on like this, like, insanely high pedestal, like she's the most beautiful, gorgeous, like everything. And that's okay to feel about that or your friend. It's okay, but it doesn't mean that you should be an asshole. Like, do you know what I mean? And one of the friends, literally Shelby, yes, it was Shelby, the blonde one.
It was Shelby.
Shelby.
Switched off why he was talking, asked him a question and just wasn't listening anymore. And then it was like, oh, you know, Micah jumping in and saying, oh, she's easily angered. Paul's like, why should I care? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I care about you. I shouldn't care about this. And then, what's her name? Micah's getting an issue. Like, what? Like, what? I was confused. I was just like, what is happening here? What's happening?
They're a mess.
Honestly.
The same as Micah's a mess. I was like, this is classic birds of a feather. Why he would expect that her friends would be anything other than her friends were. They're bitches. Like, she's a bitch.
Immature bitches.
Horrendous. Disgusting. How dare you talk to... And then, do you know what Shelby did? The typical, I just want to be... And you make it about yourself, start crying on your friend. Everything from that moment, you are not... And I don't, because friends know friends, right? So it could be that they're seeing that this is not you, chick, as in, we know you. So you could all want to go for this guy and it's all very nice. But it also gives very jealous, hating, projecting vibes that actually, what if your friend has got another? So, you know, sometimes when you're familiar with your crew, but you've got another side to you that doesn't always come out because your crew is your crew. So you step out into another space and the other side of you comes out. And this person, if it's genuine, Paul and Mike have something else in that space when they're together. She's showing that, like, guys, like, this is a thing. So they're threatened by that. Fair dues if you think, like, no, we know you. You're gonna fuck this up. There's that, but there's a time and a place to have this conversation. Not there in front of this guy, pretending you're challenging him. Man's not presenting any red flags. He's just there. And you're acting like man was staring at 12 girls in the party. No, we can't protect our girl from him. He's dangerous. I don't like him. What the? Oh. And then Micah feeling defensive, her then saying, well, you should care, and getting into a mood with him in front of, like, because she feels she has to show the bitch side to show that she's not dick whipped. That was the most, I was so angry. I was so angry at that.
And I was actually really uncomfortable with Paul as well. Like, I was really, really uncomfortable because he's on there to put his best foot forward and he's trying and he's being challenged and made to feel some type of way. And then when he says something, and it wasn't like openly rude. It was just like, well, I care about you. She's then coming at him. You don't want that when you're, you know, it also doesn't look good for your relationship if you're challenging your man in front of your chicks. Like, if you want to say something to your man later, say something to your man later. If you want to like handle that, innit? But to do that, it was just awkward. It was so awkward.
It's horrible.
I don't like Micah. I don't like her friends. I don't like her family. Like, I just don't like any of them.
And
he's horrible, absolutely horrible. I thought it was just like you were saying, Auntie AK, it was just pure jealousy. Jealousy. Like, who do you think you are, getting above your station, doing this thing? I haven't signed it off. You're not doing this. I'm
codependency.
How can you, as my friend, in front of my man, my fiance, in front of all these cameras, talking about it's 100% no? Get the fuck out of here! Like, seriously, absolutely not. Because you're a freaking hater and you're embarrassing all of us. I don't know who you are,
but she's definitely one of those codependent friends. She's that friend that you can't, and Micah knows this too. She is real with herself. She's that friend that you can't bring around all the places because she's gonna want to start fights, and you're gonna have to start fighting for this chick because she drank too much and she's running up her gums. Because if she said that to the next dude, he would have had something to say to her. She's lucky that Paul is the way that he is, because someone else that could have been proper arms. But it's definitely her friends displayed major immaturity, and it was just like, this is you though, because when she was with Irina, this is you.
Yes.
But the thing is, with Irina, Michael was Queen Bee. You're not the Queen Bee in this circle. You're actually not. You're not calling the shots because they're telling you what you should do, not the other way around. You weren't standing your ground. You was pantomiming like, oh no, don't do you know what I mean? Like, that's not you really. You follow Shelby's lead. Yes. I don't know what she's got on you, but you follow
Shelby even saying I've ended some of her relationships.
Exactly.
But that's my point about that type of
entanglement with this chick. She is vile. Like, she doesn't want you to be happy.
She doesn't want us to be happy. No, not at all. That's what I'm saying. It's that weird kind of relationship, like those friends that no matter what you do, and that's why it was interesting what you said, Auntie AK, about, you know, like when you're in a different environment, it lets you explore certain things. There are friends that don't ever want you to have a man.
No,
it's all right for them to have one, but they don't ever want you. They want you to be at their beck and call, and Shelby is that chick.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
she's definitely in. Even the way the Michaela girl was looking at Shelby, like, are you really saying like you don't like it? Like, literally, like there's something wrong with you, like
on camera.
And when she was saying about when Micah was disparaging him for talking well, like, you know, he's a scientist, he talks like this all the time. Like, it's like nobody understands him. Again, Paul, run from this chick. She is the worst.
Exactly. She's a trash.
Weren't even saying anything. He was just saying it. I'm serious, actually. If I'm doing this process, I'm not a frivolous type of guy. That's all he was saying.
Answering the question you asked.
Sorry, Shelby gives me white chick's vibe as well. That look, she's just, I can't. Sorry.
What, single white female?
No, she looks like
white chick.
Oh,
David.
White chicks. Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, she did look like
she's hulking.
Really
she's
did.
Hulking.
She really did. The hair, everything, even the outfit.
Her dress.
Oh my word.
And the thing is, you know, when she was walking down the stairs and they showed Paul like up top, and he had a drink. I was just like, bro, just tip the drink, man. Tip the drink.
And you know, just to underpin this, it's the crying for me. Like, I just want the best for you, and your face is in your friend's face. And to be fair, Micah, if she was any type of like, you know what, I just want to get out of this small town and find my peace in another world, that's the moment. Because her face was even like, if it's a true record, it was like, what have I been putting up with all these years? Because Micah wasn't even crying back. She was kind of like, okay. So that also was telling that maybe she's in this situation quite a lot. And whether or not, you know what, is it time to get away from this world? Or am I going to revert back to type and just default back to this group? Because her expression was not empathetic to when Shelby was emotionally, I just want to be there for you and I know what's best for you. She wasn't, Micah's face wasn't reciprocating that.
I don't even know how I would process that from one of my friends. I don't actually know how I would process. Like, you're crying. I've just introduced you to my fiance, and you're crying and saying he's not the one for you. You literally just met him. I don't know what I'm gonna be like. Fuck, my brethren is mad.
Yes, that's what her expression
No,
was.
but literally,
That was
you
her
have to
expression.
cut the cameras. You literally
Yes.
like, sorry,
Yeah.
like, we can't film this. We need to have a chat.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay?
Shaming me.
Like, maybe you need to leave and go home. We'll figure
Yeah.
You
something
take your
out.
meds today.
Like,
You know what it
you
is?
know what I mean?
You know what
Like,
it is? It's cut, come back. Oh, Paul's amazing. Shall we say that?
no, it was a lot. It was actually a lot, and like not just exposing Micah's background. Really,
Yeah.
he is.
Other
And
identity.
actually, yeah, like you said, Auntie Nana, Paul needs to run. He actually needs to run.
There are so many signs that he needs to run because he really believes that this Micah chick is different to what she really is.
Yeah.
Like,
why do guys?
yeah,
do
it's a
this?
lot.
Strange.
He needs
Because
to think of what Zach went through with Irina. Think of
Yeah.
how these two were Batty and Bench.
Mhm.
Top that up with her brethrens, and also maybe her dad's enthusiasm, and be like, you know what? Somebody wants to get rid of her. Some people want to keep her. I don't even need to be in this.
Right.
I don't need
Top
to
that
be in
up with how she behaves when Kwame's around as well.
Yes.
Add all these things together. Flags.
But the problem he probably has, and obviously not a psychoanalyst here, but if that's what his mum is like,
He knows it.
No.
And it is that, you know.
But I do think there's something in Micah being different in that, like he away from that, there's another Micah. But can that Micah sustain? Can it break through? Is it like the host eating the host? They're fighting inside. Like,
I don't know. I don't think so because she was away from that in the living quarters and she was an absolute bitch with Irina.
She found another
fellow bitch and made her minion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except she found another bitch and made her minion.
Yeah.
That's her life. Absolutely.
Doesn't matter where she moves to. She could move to Seattle. She could find a crew of bitches there.
Yeah.
100%.
Serious. Imagine Paul. Sorry, I know we're gonna move on in a second, but imagine Paul, moved and said he's moving to Arizona to deal with that. And you're my friend, and you fucked it up for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously, there's no way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. That's out of order. Seriously, friends, you need to
and even how they were speaking about her, they kept on saying, like, I mean, you know this version of Micah. Do you know what you're getting yourself into? Like, do you know the real her? Like, it's like, are you?
They're also belittling her.
Telling me, you know?
Yeah,
they were uplifting her and belittling her because, like, she is not on your level, bro, and you're not going to be able to come. We're not used to your level of intelligence. She's not that, but also saying that she's the most beautifulest thing, and you've got to be very clever or something to date her. What?
They were a mess.
It's literally Mean Girls.
Yes.
Mean Girls meets white chicks in a bag, shaken up. That's it.
With a dash of single white female.
With a dash of single.
Yeah. So we move on to Chelsea's birthday. We see Chelsea and Kwame rocking up, and we have different cast members come together to celebrate her. What I thought was funny was the music changing when Josh arrived. It turned into profile.
And he walked in like that as well.
Yeah.
I cannot laugh about this guy.
No,
why? Wait, why?
Josh.
Why? Yeah, but why can't you laugh about him?
As how I feel about Shelby is how I feel about Josh. I hate him to my core.
Yeah, I don't like Josh. I thought no, I don't hate him to the core, but I don't like him. And he was drunk.
Yeah,
he was
slurring his words.
Something was going on.
Yeah.
So
his ears distract me.
They do. We had Bliss and Zach arrive. Micah looking very shocked. She does this like weird bit to camera where she's just like so happy for them, still being a bitch on her own.
No, and then she says exactly on her own, and she also says, "Good luck."
Yeah,
like,
and tries to do sipping tea. What do you fucking like?
And then she's like, delete
vocabulary as well.
She's just so fake. Marshall arrives on his own. He arrives on his own. They're not talking. They're not talking. Tiff and Kwame had a conversation where Tiff was literally doing the is everything okay? The nod. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can tell. The thing is about Kwame in this whole situation, yeah, let's just talk about Kwame for a second. He took every opportunity to tell everybody how unhappy he is in coded language. Do you know what I mean? He's talking about he compromises a lot. He's the person that usually compromises a lot. And I was really thinking, how is that Chelsea's problem? Like, I mean, it is her problem, but it's like you're making it her thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just don't like that. It was horrible. And
Tiffany definitely did basically tell him to not get married.
Yeah, she did
in a nice roundabout way. But yeah, she was kind of honest with him. Like, this doesn't sound right. I kind of appreciated that scene with the two of them, because at least he seemed to be being honest and like talking frankly with her.
This is the thing. This is what I see when he talks like real and really. Then it's like these are the issues that are in your life. You compromise. You probably bend yourself over for mediocre white women that are not uplifting you the way you want to be uplifted. You've got this woman that's actually doing it. You don't understand why she likes you, probably because you don't have self-confidence. You want a chick that's going to run you ragged like Micah, because that's what you're used to. And again, doing a bit of Marshall, like you're going for something that's possibly not great for you. And then you're not being honest with the person that's being nice to you.
This is it.
Yeah.
And when he's talked with Micah, and talked about him being a dog dad, him not being happy about it. He's just like, he's freaking out. He said he was freaking out about the wedding. He's asking Micah if she made the right choice. She's still leaving that door frigging open. It's like the hinges are broken.
That's why I said she's a bitch. Yeah,
she is.
The answer she gave, I was like, oh my God, bitch. Like, straight up. Like,
it was out.
And she's so good at it as well.
I don't
even need to think about that. She was smooth with it.
And I don't see chemistry between them. Even Kwame going on like, this is love of my, like, I really have a special place. What do you see apart from my bemusement? But there's no chemistry between them. I don't see it.
No, it's how she talks. No, I can absolutely see how he's ensnared in there, because she isn't flatly saying no ever.
No, I get
always eye contact. It means so much to me. Like, I really
and
really
like from the beginning, like it was you and me and you and me and me and you and you, like that. She's a fucking bitch because she knows she's not into him, but she just tell the man that I'm happy in my thing, you know. But she won't do that. She's leaving like a shadow, like an element of hope there. So he's thinking, oh, well, maybe she isn't happy. Maybe if I remove myself from Chelsea, me and her, there's that element of hope. And she knows there's no hope. She's a fucking bitch. She is. She's absolutely.
He's been a fool.
Yeah, he is. But I don't like how it affects Chelsea, though. It's,
Exactly.
It's her, I feel sorry for.
I think if she was our girlfriend, long time, we would say, chick, let's allow it now. So she's being a little bit blind, unless it's like part of the whole thing, like you want to see it through. But I think she's ignoring red flags, and she shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to listen to us. I do think, though, it is just to take it back to Kwame, like him, talking about the electricity, and then it was just like, then obviously we're jumping about. It cut to him with the cake, and I thought, oh yes, it's Chelsea's birthday.
Imagine.
You actually do this and film this on her actual birthday, like
going around having those conversations on her birthday, and then you have this little cake that you bought in Tesco's or the equivalent.
The cake was not feeding those people. I was like, the cake is tiny.
If I was to ever do this show, trust me, no fake birthday celebration, please. If my birthday was ever, if I was to be on it and my birthday fell, I don't want fake cast birthday show episode, please. I'll decline.
Yeah.
Karen said Kwame is honest with everyone except Chelsea.
Right.
Basically.
And his hairline.
So Marshall and Jackie and Josh.
The triangle.
Yeah.
Triangle.
So we have Marshall, who's really upset. He's quite upset. He talks to Brett first of all and was saying, she wants me to be more aggressive in the bedroom, slap her, but not physically. But she is the worst case of self-sabotage that he's ever seen in his life.
And he
lots of projects. This is project 4.0.
That's just how he spoke about her, like Specimen 5 is really can't seem to wear her down. It's troublesome over there. I was like, this guy
is a lot. And you know, Brett was just like, you know, if she's not ready, then she's not ready. Do you know what I mean? Literally kind of, you know, given the same kind of wisdom and guidance that Tiff is doing for Kwame. Do you know what I mean? Like not in a judgmental way, you know, softly, just this is the truth, man. Do you know what I mean? Like you just might need to accept it. And then we see my note here is that man like Will is just he's just suffering. He's just suffering. We see Jackelina, sorry, arrive in, you know, what's she wearing? A catsuit? I don't know what you call it.
A jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit kind of thing. And, you know, he decided to mark his territory by forcing his coat on her. She was like, messing up my outfit.
I didn't like that part at all. That's the when you mentioned controlling earlier.
Yeah.
That's the part that I saw. I didn't like that at all.
It was so random
because of Josh.
Oh.
Sorry, I went.
There we go. Yeah, we got Josh.
Because of him. That's why, because he's there eyeing up his woman. He wanted to, like you said, mark his territory. I'm going to make her look as unattractive as possible so that he can't look her up and down. I did not like that at all.
Fake behavior. And it was an ugly coat, matching up her outfit. She accepted that, and I
didn't want to.
No, but I would never have worn that coat. So, and I don't know if she felt like, I don't know if there was any kind of like, okay, baby, I'll wear your jacket because you're showing off 30.
I think she got it. I kind of feel like she kind of knew what he was doing because she kept saying no, and then even when she put it on, she didn't want to have it on. She did it almost like because he was harping on about it.
I think she didn't want to make a scene. Do you know what I mean? She didn't want to make a big deal. And she kept on going on like when other people were talking to her, it's like, "Oh, you're in my business." Like, do you know what I mean? She didn't really want to let everybody know how bad things were. So she kind of was like, to pacify. Yeah, do you know she's not Kwame?
Yeah, she weren't doing a Kwame at all. Yeah, I agree. I think she was just like, I don't want to make a scene because if I go into no, leave me alone. And he was right there like, on her. And also I did think that maybe she actually was cold. So, maybe, you know, she might have been. Everybody else had coats on or a blazer or something. But you know what he's doing, and you're just like, I'm just going to have to weather this one. Yeah. And he was walking around like a wet dog. Like he was like, you know, looking all puppy, like, I ain't got my girl.
Yeah.
Moping. He spoke to Chelsea.
Can you see them together?
Can
you see them together?
You know what? Yeah.
You can't
see them together, man. They'd work.
Her face is so sharp, but I could see them together.
I think if they had kids, they would almost have the perfect shaped baby face. Like
really?
It's so round and she's angry. She
looked very
has the potential. That's the potential to have all the angles in the right place.
Those was 2 pointers are cheap when she pointed her face 2 pointed, but I could see them together.
Seriously, I can't even remember what he was saying. Just
same thing. Like
getting advice
from her. Like we're not in a great space, and it doesn't help that Josh is here and just moaning on. But the way Chelsea was talking, I was like, that's the kind of woman he needs. Like all engrossed up in his face, all wanting it to work. Like he that intensity. It's like you two would have been perfect.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh my god, they would fight over who's gonna do more for each other. Oh my god, they would. Like,
so much. There'd be so much breakfast every morning.
Oh my god.
I cooked. No, I cooked. I cooked for longer.
But look what I did.
I've
made a 3-course meal. I've made a 4-course meal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Josh, right? Josh. And I think okay. I think he arrived drunk, first of all.
Yes.
I think he was drunk from the jump. Do you know what I mean? Like he was talking to lots of different people. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But his conversation with Marshall was one of the oddest conversation. Like, it was the oddest, what do you call it, delivery of what he was saying. Because I'm Mr. Steal Your Guy. And then you're kind of like hugging him, drunk. He was just
like he was threatening him. He was like, I'm here to take your girl. No, not really. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
And it was like, we can be friends. I wish you well. Maybe not. Let's not be. All in a succession and in those movements.
Yeah. It was literally like, and he called him a bitch as well.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
I laughed it off.
Laughed in his face.
Reminded, is it Friday? One of the Fridays, you know, dude with the Jerry curl. He goes, "Merry Christmas, motherfuckers," or whatever he calls it, like that. And he's just always antic and antsy and behavior. I would never want to be anywhere near Josh ever.
I find him super annoying. Like, from the house, I found him annoying, and on the outside, I didn't think he could be more annoying, but he proved that he actually could. He's so annoying, and he was drunk, slurring his words, acting like an idiot with those ears of his. Like, no, I just can't. And they're like that, and it looks like he's played rugby. He's got rugby man ears. You know where they turn cauliflower ears, where they turn cauliflower ears. Like, he thinks he is more than he is.
100%.
On so many levels.
And it's like no one likes him.
It's like, okay, you want to chat to Jackie, yeah? But really and truly, Jackie, all she's doing now is comparing you to Marshall. But really and truly, she knows you're not the one either. Because he's not the one. Man, like, I just can't.
It was weird. Did he try and start on Brett?
No, he's just doing
an exchange where it was a bit like, are we taking it back to the pods? Like, everybody's being weird. Like, and
no, because I think he was actually, because Kwame said I was trying so hard to get his man kicked off the island. So now because we didn't see him in the pod time, we didn't see enough of him. What it transpires, this was him in the pods, and everyone was like, this bright guy is too much, because no one was happy to see him. Everyone was like, go away, but kind of being polite in a way. But so Brett was like, not my guy, and Kwame blatantly said, I didn't want this guy, and now he's back. No one likes this guy. He's a dickhead. He's a fool.
Yeah, that was definitely, that bit there was the producers trying it, because there were lots of people that you lot could have brought back, but they didn't. They just chose him because of the Marshall and Jackelina thing. That's why they brought him in. Let's see what happens here. But it was just like,
he's the worst choice. He was the worst,
absolutely worst choice.
Clarence is saying it's MMA, and that's why Marshall is scared of him.
Well, yeah, you should be.
No, Marshall shouldn't be scared of him, but I'm scared of his behavior, not his.
No, Marshall should be scared of him.
Absolutely, they can kill motherfuckers, man.
And the way he was harassing him by the bar, that was intimidating. Like, literally, it's like, why are you all over me? Like, you can stand there and talk. He's all up around him, and
it's weird.
Physical space.
Weirdo.
He's a weird dude. He is just a weird little dude.
I should have put another plant in. He's terrible.
Is he little? That was
no. He's not. He's taller than
He's taller, but he's not tall.
Than Marshall.
He's taller than Marshall.
Taller than Marshall, but he's not tall. He's still a weird little dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So Marshall's quite small. Because Jackelina looks tall.
She is.
I don't know if that's because the girls are all really small, but she always looks quite tall.
She is tall.
Okay.
Yeah. John. The thing is, with him though, I want to know what he actually done though, because Bliss was like, I can't stand him. Yes. Someone else was like, I just like, what did he do?
His attitude. He was going on like he's nice, and he's not. You say he takes 10,000 things. I'm too cool. He's that annoying guy that thinks he's nice, thinks he's got all the looks, but you're missing the mark because you're actually not nice.
Even when he was talking to Jackelina, like putting it on her almost, she was like, are you all right? There was an element there where he said something. I can't remember what. I wish I could remember. He said something to her, but she was not impressed by it. Like, you're like almost like, you're gonna come here and this is how you're putting it on me. And
he's like a wind-up bunny. Like, he's just really fast.
Oh, that was it. When he was saying to her about, we connected on a deep level, and she was like, but I actually don't know anything about you. What did we actually talk about that was deep?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
he didn't really have a response.
Emotions. It was like,
Yeah.
about
He's
emotions.
lying. He's a liar. He's not on this. He's not in
You don't
love.
believe him?
That's what I was thinking that. Like, do we actually think he even remotely likes, even loves Jackelina?
No,
not one
he
bit.
just didn't want to lose out to Marshall because he thinks
no,
Marshall's
I
a
think
pussy.
He likes her.
No,
I think he likes her even more now he's seen her.
no,
Like,
I think he wants to do stuff with her.
no,
I don't know if he wants to marry her.
no. I don't believe
I don't know
it.
if he wants to marry anybody.
Not.
I feel like he
one
just.
I don't know. I was kind of getting. I could see that he may like her. You know, I wasn't
so-
unconvinced at that. Definitely, his ego is going to be bruised because he lost out to Marshall.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting that he doesn't like her. I was more unsure about her. Like, does she even like him?
I don't think she does. That's why I said that. That's why I said that I don't think that he's even the guy. So we know Marshall's not the guy for her, but it's not like he's even the guy.
No, to me, this guy is a whole entire lie. He's not true. I don't see genuine. And the thing is, there was nothing even. They didn't even show him in the pods and having conversations with anybody. The only time we saw him in the room with the guys, more or less, in that little setup moment where I'm going to get her if you don't leave him. Blah blah blah.
Do you know what was annoying as well when he was like, "Oh, I stepped down because of Marshall." And you know, I did that. I don't even know him, and I stepped back because of Marshall. No, you told Jackelina that if she picks him, you're leaving. You didn't step, and then you acted like a little bitch. Like you didn't step down because of Marshall. Don't tell lies.
Sorry,
but he did start exposing the things, right? He did say that, you know, that Josh was crying. I'm sorry, that Marshall was crying about everybody.
Yeah.
with everyone.
What was that thing he said?
Yeah. And then he was saying he genuinely cared about her. Like I think he could. I think it's easy for him to care about her. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like in the pods anyway. I do think he's a fuckboy, but even fuckboys have feelings. So
put out a t-shirt.
Apparently, that's what he said to Bliss. He said, "I'm a certified lover boy."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's not a. It's not a calling card. Like, it's not really going to endear somebody to like you in this process.
I think he was doing this cool, like as he said, when Jackelina said you were going on too cool for school. I think he was doing this act to everybody, so no one see this complete clown act that you do. So if he has got feelings, you're not presenting them to anyone.
Pick me.
To me, it's like,
oh, he literally said, "Pick me."
He did. Pick me.
And then he asked her, "Are you gonna marry him?" And she started laughing.
Yes.
Yeah, she did, because she knows she's not.
But that was harsh though, because say Marshall was just like over there kind of eavesdropping.
He's gonna ask her, "What are you talking about?" And then she's gonna say,
is.
"Oh, nothing." And then they're gonna run the clip in the room.
I haven't seen the videos of them.
I don't know.
I haven't seen any videos of them.
I mean, we can search it up later.
I'm just looking at it. It's saying that their rumors have been spotted on a date.
Okay.
But what does that?
But they are. But Love is Blind. Like these people are pretty good at not like certainly on their socials and stuff, not exposing the thing.
Yeah,
before it all comes
in
out.
between what they're up to.
They're really good at that, because even if you look at season 1, like what's his name, Cameron and Lauren, they were married 1.5 years before the show even came out.
Yes, yeah, and she does. So she's an influencer.
Exactly.
It's very, very good. Very good. So yeah, that kind of rounded it off really and truly. I felt so for Chelsea, because it's like, this is what your birthday's about. It's out of order.
It's not even about her. That's sad, isn't it?
It wasn't even about her in any way. It was cruel, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a shit cake.
Honestly,
it's like they thought, let's bring everyone together. How are we gonna do? Oh shit, I forgot it's Chelsea's birthday. Let's get her a shit cake.
Yeah.
With a ton of candles on it.
And have her fiance chatting, like literally
holding the cake like that,
like to camera, chatting trash about her, like out of order,
and then holding the little cake in the palm of his hand.
Honestly. So we see some snippets of what's to come. We see Paul doing more for what's the name, Micah. We see not Will. Marshall and Jackie look like they're on the rocks.
Again.
Josh and Jackie having what looks like a date. We see Bliss and Zach at a dinner, parents' dinner, and she's like, I do love him. I do love him.
Bliss's dad looks like this boy is a fool.
How dare you?
Not in my house.
Like, what you brought home to
raise my daughter for this guy?
My house.
He's like, my daughter is better than this weirdo.
Yeah.
We see that clip that I was talking about yesterday of Micah at the wedding asking Paul to answer first. And we see a shot of Shelby shaking her head. And then we see Chelsea asking Kwame if he would marry her without his mother's approval. So there's lots and lots and lots to come. I'm excited. I want to see how this plays out. Do you think, are we still in agreement that there's only one couple that's going to get married at the moment?
I still think that Brittany are going to do it in Tibet. They're going to make it. Yeah. And I feel like Micah and Paul are going to get married, but they are just not going to stand the test of time.
So they're still... go on.
I think if Micah leans into her unmean side, it might work. But I want to, and now because of Shelby's behavior, I want her to leave the small town Hicks at home and go off into the sunlight with her scientist, just because of Shelby's behavior. I want Shelby to have egg all over her face.
Can I ask a question? When have you seen Micah not be mean?
I know.
I'm just because I just don't.
In the fantasy world, I would.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know if it was based on evidence. But
no.
She was even mean when she went to his yard and was saying, "I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change this." What is that?
She's a bitch, but he loves her. So if that works for them, but just not in him, I want Shelby. For me, revenge on Shelby.
Okay.
But I also think that he loves her because she's like his mum, and she's really gone after him. So I feel like there's that kind of feeling from her.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a bit of his, like, if he's another geek and it's like, this is the blonde chick that we all looked at and we loved that. I never got that chick. Maybe he thinks he's got a prize.
Maybe. Because he talks about, he says his other girlfriends didn't look like her. What I did like about Paul, though, what I liked is when, what's her name? Is it Amber?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Amber. I forgot to mention Amber.
Yeah, when she came, I did like that he was like, I'm not even chatting to her. Yeah. Like, why would I do that? I actually really liked, I don't want this. He did not want
he didn't want
inch of the smoke. Even though there's what's her name? There's Micah taking all the smoke from Kwame.
Yeah.
But Paul was much like, I'm not even talking to her. Why would I mess that up?
Imagine it's like he didn't even say hello. Like yeah, definitely. No, you know what? Paul, I think, is actually a thoroughly decent guy.
Yeah.
And he totally deserves better than Micah. So I'm hoping when she switched it on you say it first, I hope he says no. I really do hope he is like, at this moment in time, I'm not saying I don't want to be with you, but I don't think we're ready for marriage. I hope that's the lines that he gives to her.
The only thing is, then Shelby will be so vindicated.
But that's my point.
That's the thing. Like, I
want him to say.
Shelby needs to take her girl. Like, who needs to know Micah is Shelby's girl?
It's me or Shelby. He's got to do that. He's got to
say Shelby.
But it is just so telling. Like, look, you're not even chatting to the chick your second person. You're not even chatting to them. There's Micah having all the chatting all the chat. It's like he doesn't even see it. That's what's really strange.
You don't know. And how they want.
Yeah, it's strange because they were up in each other's faces, but also you didn't even see Chelsea responding to that, to even being like,
that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they didn't show those bits.
No, but he doesn't ever seem to respond to it.
He doesn't.
When they went, he doesn't respond to it.
They're really trying to make him a simp, like. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't ever like, you never see you don't even see him go like that. Like, it's,
that to me, that's telling to either production levels, like, because how would that never come up as a conversation?
Or Michael will spin it as well. She'll just be like, no, we'll just chatting. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe, but the way the intensity of what they're saying and the way they've got the room set up, you would think that someone would hear.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying as well. I think to add that I think she would do that too.
Yeah, me too. I think she's very good at spinning shit.
Yeah.
She would. She could easily just be like, it's Kwame. He's just not happy.
I was
just
just checking in with him as a friend, after everything.
Being nice to him because
I'm such a caring person. I care about others. This proves it.
Because I'm an empath, and so I could feel his heart.
Right. Even though she did the big bitch thing to Amber and then sent her little minion to spy and was laughing.
Yes! Out of order. Guys who are watching, who do you think's making up apart from Brittany? Because we know that's a given now. Who else is making it down the aisle? Anybody?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know who you think is going to make it.
I think Shelby's gonna fight though.
I won't even have at my wedding. What are you doing at the front? Go away.
I was actually surprised to see her face there. Like, but she had that look on her, like, let me watch.
She was shaking her head. She's shaking her head.
They want to mind that Shelby doesn't say, "I object."
Yeah.
She can't get married. She's married to me.
No,
or like, why are you letting him answer first? He doesn't deserve you.
Yeah. Shelby's here for the 15 minutes of fame. She's here for it. She's here for all the late night clubs and cabins and being seen. Ugh.
She is.
God.
So,
girl Shelby.
Yeah. Was that the last part?
I think, yeah, that was it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. What episodes coming out, and we're gonna do
tomorrow. Episode 9 and 10 will be released.
So
we have 2.
Is it tomorrow? I don't even know.
Yeah, we are at Friday already.
16th keep coming up at my thing.
That's for the reunion.
Yeah, that's why they keep advertising that.
Yeah,
I swear to God, it was the 17th and they changed it. Because I looked today and it said the 16th, and I was just like, on social media, I swear it was the 17th. But
okay.
Anyway.
But what time is it saying the time for the 16th?
I didn't.
Because I think it is coming out on the 16th, but for us, when we're going to see it live, it's 1 a.m.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it will be. But everybody that has joined us, please like this video. It really means a lot, and share it as well, so it goes out to more people. What we need you guys to do is also subscribe to the channel, and you are doing it. Like, after the episodes, there is like a number of subscriptions that go on, so it's really good. But we are on the road to 2K, and so we need you guys helping us get there by introducing us to new people that don't know that we exist yet. So please share on Twitter, share wherever, share on Facebook and Instagram, because it makes a huge difference. And follow us on all of the social platforms. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, which is absolutely brilliant on TikTok, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. It'd be greatly appreciated if we grew significantly by the time we got to the 16th as well. That would warm our little cockles. So thank you so much for joining us, and Clarence for being in the comments and telling us the tea on Jackie as well. We will look into that once we finish, and we'll be back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow, aren't we? At 9.
Yes.
Yes, we will be back tomorrow at 9 reviewing episode 9 and 10, or maybe just 9, but you'll know tomorrow as well. So we'll see you then, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.